Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and I'm just going to talk for a few minutes. It's been a lot of things going on, and I didn't post yesterday, and I don't remember if I posted the day before, but actually, I was doing something with my Divine Masculine. We've been hanging out quite a bit, and I actually went on a job with him. But before we did that, um, I noticed that because they say divine masculines are much smarter than we give them credit for, which is true. However, they have their own gifts, and I truly believe this is so because they're spiritual gifts. Let me clarify that spiritual gifts because um, messing with this camera won't be on me because today was hair day and you don't want to see what I look like right now. Divine masculines have their own spiritual gifts. They have their own ways of their own forms of magic. And for me, I was able to observe this with my divine masculine. And I can say specifically yesterday, I noticed it with him. Um, we had gone to run a few errands, and while we were running the errands, we ended up in a hardware store, Home Depot, and up this phone. This looks like it's gonna fall. If it falls, it falls. Um, Divine Masculine showed me how he works his magic because there was another Divine Masculine looking at some type of paint. I don't know what it was, but he, while the guy was looking at him, apparently my Divine Masculine kind of knew what was going through his mind because he said, "Well, what are you using that for?" Because I used it on such and such, and it worked beautifully for me. And all of a sudden, this man started talking about what he wanted to do with his deck with that product. And my divine masculine was like, "No, I don't think that will work for that because you need to do this and so and blah 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 and blah blah blah." And all of a sudden, that man's eyes got wide. You could see where he was like, "Okay, if I, maybe I can use it for something else." And my divine masculine, "No, you can't use that for that because what you gonna do when it rains and blah blah blah." We never seen that man. Divine masculine never seen that man. Divine masculine didn't know what that man was using it for or whatever, but he just started talking, and all of a sudden he assisted that man with a decision that he needed to make because he said, "I didn't know if this was the right decision for me." And for whatever reason, my divine masculine was able to assist this man in making a decision, a good decision for his life. So my divine masculine offered some positivity toward another soul. And because he did that, um, how am I saying this? This allowed, I don't even know how to explain it, but it was amazing just for me to watch it. He was assisting someone else in a positive way, and it just kind of made me smile because we always say what as a twin soul, you are supposed to bring positivity into the world. You are supposed to assist others while they're on their journeys. And this was I took this as one of those instances because my divine masculine didn't have to say anything to that man. He didn't have to say anything, and that man could have made his own decision, and he probably would have found out that he messed up, and it would have been a very expensive mistake. But because my divine masculine, with his gifts, his inner knowing, offers some guidance to someone else to help them along their way. And so I think that's the reason why I'm making this video. And not only did that happen, he interacted, you know, because this isn't my realm, the hardware store and stuff like that. But not only did my divine masculine interact with the male divine masculine, he also interacted with female divine masculines, and they were able to help him. He was able to, you know, I was listening to the conversations, and it was interesting. The female divine masculines were assisting him in ways that I never could. They were giving him information and suggestions and things, and he, you know, it was the synergy, the way that it worked out was amazing. I was just able to watch that, and I was like, wow, that's pretty cool. So when you hear people say that divine masculines have their own journeys and their own gifts and their own tools, it is true. It is true. And as a divine feminine, I didn't feel threatened by this. And I shouldn't be. If I think had I felt threatened by this, that would be an issue that I would have to, you know, I would have to further look into. Because, like it said, nothing your divine masculine or your counterpart, because, you know, it could be the opposite people watching me. Nothing you do or nothing they do should cause you to be triggered. Nothing. It was amazing for me to be able to look at this with new eyes, because maybe not in this instance, but maybe in other instances I might have kind of, not in an outwardly way, but I probably would have been like, why is he saying that? Because my divine masculine is something else. He say all kind of crazy stuff to people. But that's who he is. And I accept him as he is. And because I can accept him as he is, when he say his crazy stuff, it is what it is. You know, we laugh about it and we keep it moving. You know, it's nothing, no harm, no foul, no, you know, anything. So I just wanted to put this on here because it was interesting. Now, what I also want to say, I'm sitting here talking, I might have spoke him up. I had a dream last night. After this experience, I had a dream last night. And it had to do with sharing this positivity. And it was a weird dream, but it was like my Starman Tarot deck, and I don't have it. I don't have it here. But I saw, what I saw in action was, whenever you do a good deed, you know, when you help someone else, that's seeds. It's like when you when you're blowing seeds into the atmosphere, and you're planting seeds with people. And I actually noticed it that way in my dream. You know, when you're sharing positive information, helping to better other people's lives, it looked like seeds were being planted. But what I saw in my dream was, it was like the tree of life, the seed of life. Let me see if I can find that card here, because it was amazing. It looked exactly like this deck, this card. I should have pulled this out beforehand, but I wasn't knowing I was going this way. These are seeds. This is the flower of life, but inside this flower of life, there are lots of seeds. So when you talk about being positive, when you do a positive deed, when you assist other people on your journey or on their journey, whenever you do those types of things, you're sprouting, you're adding positivity to somebody's life. And by adding that positivity, you're in mission. So for me, 3D mission, which I had already spoken to when I first started my channel, if you go back and you watch, I do a lot of my deeds in the 3D. Here's the seed of life, and here's the lesson. Now, I already shuffled the card in, but look at all these seeds. These are a whole bunch of seeds in here. And this is just coming from one seed. So that we can be clear, whenever you are assisting someone, this is a seed that you're planting. You're planting a seed of positivity in someone's life. And because you're doing so, you are bettering the universe. Now, you've blown the seed and you've planted the seed. Now, for the people that you've shared your information with, is whatever they do with that seed is their decision, their lesson. However, so don't feel like you have to be responsible for all these seeds that you blow, because you're not. Your job is to spread the positivity, spread it to people. And if their eyes are awakened to fully understand the lesson that's being shown to them, that's up to them. All right. That's my verbal message of the day. I'm hoping that it's received and clearly understood. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z, and I will be back shortly. Peace.